Open the tab that says Day 2 in your Encore countertop kit. Remove the bottle of color concentrate and the green bag of cement mix marked Bag 1. Shake the color concentrate bottle for about a minute to make sure that your color is well mixed. Measure and pour 1 1/2 cups of color concentrate into a clean 2-quart mixing bucket. Then, measure and add 1 1/2 cups of clean water to your mixing container. And stir until a uniform color is achieved. Next, add the contents of the green bag of cement mix to your mixing bucket and stir until you have a smooth, even color mixture. Beginning in a back corner of your countertop, pour a small amount of color mix onto the surface and spread it out using small rounded strokes. You want to make sure that you are filling all of the texture from the Super Bond coat while leaving a smooth, even finish. As you work across the surface, your color mix will begin to thicken up. Return the thickened material to the mixing bucket and stir it back in. You can also use the thicker material to work onto a bullnose edge or backsplash. Once the entire countertop has been covered with the color mix, allow it to dry for approximately 3 hours or until it is dry to the touch. Lightly sand the surface using 220 grit sandpaper. Clean off the sanding dust using a lint-free rag or soft bristle brush. Reshake the color concentrate bottle. Measure and pour 1 cup of color concentrate into a clean quart mixing container. Measure and add 1 cup of water and stir thoroughly. Add the contents of the blue cement mix bag labeled Step 2 to the color concentrate and stir until you have a smooth, even mixture. You'll notice the mix for the second coat is thinner than the mix was for the first coat. Begin in a different back corner of your countertop and apply a tight, even coat to the entire countertop surface using the same technique as the first coat. For best results, keep your dry edges rounded as you work across the surface. When finished, allow the countertop to dry about an hour or until it is dry to the touch. If the new surface has any rough or raised areas, sand them lightly with a worn piece of 220 grit sandpaper. Clean off the sanding dust using a lint-free rag or soft bristle brush. For the third coat, follow all of the directions from the second coat using the remainder of the color concentrate, 3/4 of a cup of water, and the red bag labeled Bag 3. Allow the third coat to dry about an hour or until it is dry to the touch. Then, using a well-worn piece of sandpaper, lightly sand any rough or raised areas, taking care not to scratch the surface. For a perfectly smooth countertop, lightly sand the entire surface again using a well-worn piece of sandpaper. Be gentle when sanding the backsplash and front edge of the countertop. Wipe off the sanding dust using a clean, dry, lint-free rag. Allow the countertop to dry overnight.